Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Let's get back to second house enemies we covered. Okay, very important point. Okay, Pullipani Rishi says second house is teaching or preaching. He says honor also. No doubt we know that. Second house is honor. Okay, second house for teaching or preaching. We have not heard of it. Am I right or wrong, guys? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is something new. Pullipani Jyotidam, we have published it via Saptarishi publications. Okay, Pullipani Rishi is much before Parashar Rishi. Okay, in the south, in Tamil Nadu, he's called Pullipani Siddhar. Okay, this again I have covered earlier. I'll cover it again. Second house is truthfulness as per Brihat Jataka. Okay, whether the person is truthful or not, and that's the reason. If you see Saturn in second house, okay, Mahatma Gandhi did the Satyanarayana Vrat, okay, and this thing. So Shaista Sarki is saying, I'm a teacher for 21 years now. Wonderful. So second house, we do not know what's the combination in your case, but still it's a good thing, let me say. Okay. When the second lord, now how very important, why when you are doing business partnership with a person, okay, or you're taking somebody as your student, like in Jyotish. Many a times I have been, I can tell stories, but quickly, second lord with Rahu, second lord with or second house. When I say lord, it means house also. Okay, so you must understand Saturn in second house. In the case of Mahatma Gandhi, he changed himself. He changed himself. Okay, he brought the positive qualities of Saturn. Afflicted Saturn will give this thing. Afflicted Rahu, second lord with with a Rahu. Okay, the person will do Kaminagiri in his speech. He'll fool you. He'll fool you. How I learned basics, Karnokarwal. Basics is reading all the books of beginners. Okay, like for example, Elements of Vedic Astrology by Dr. K.S. Char. The Light on Life by Robert Soboda. Okay, advanced predictive techniques by Vishnu Bhaskar. It's a bit advanced. Okay. But it's good, like a course in astrology. Okay. So these all there are many such books. How to Study Horoscope by B.V. Raman. Best book, but it can't be the best book for beginners. It's super advanced. Many people they read it and then they say, oh, it's stupid. It's not this thing. So many predictive hints in it via experience given by B.V. Raman. Actually, the second part of it, if I remember well, it was written by his daughter, Gayatri Devi Vasudev. Okay. Or at least that's what she told me. Okay, but I should not be quoting ideally. Yeah, the daughter always helps the father. Okay. Anyways, second Lord is very important. You see, when you're doing horoscope matching, everybody, cameras on, please. When you're doing horoscope matching, you see two people second house. Very important. Marriages are not made in heaven, marriages are made in second house. How the husband will speak, how the wife will speak. You have to match this. If both the people are the kind of people, muh khola gali nikla, they open their mouth and MCBC comes out, then it's not going to function. It's not going to function. Okay. So you need to see both the people should be of Madhya category. Madhya means middle category. So association of Rahu with second house or second lord is not good. It will also give you, please write it down, Rahu or Saturn aspecting second house, second lord. Okay. Will give you some form of addiction. Smoking, drinking, or even pan. Sri Ken Rao's horoscope, let me quickly take it here. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, but he's addicted to one thing.
चाय भी पान और चाय दोनों
Sorry?
टी टी ए टी
Yes, yes, I know. See, Rahu from here is expecting this. Are you getting it? Second addiction in D60, see this, Venus. It's addicted to pan. What is that book? The book for astrologers, Bhava Ratnakar says Shukra in the second house, beetle leaves. Beetle leaves is pan. Many years back, 22 years back, 24 years back, when I was working on D60, most of the people on YouTube are not having that kind of experience on D60, that many years of experience. I decoded D60. Nobody knew how to use it. So these are all the things, the ways. Pan, chai, Rahu aspecting second house, second lord. In Kendrao's case, it is from Lagna and also from Lagna and also from Chandra Lagna. Are you getting it, everybody? So you have to do this horoscope match. Retrograde Saturn's aspect many times leads to drugs on the second house.
So even placement, only aspect or even placement?
Any association, essay student, what's your name? Who just wrote on YouTube about YouTube? मैंने कितनी बार बोला है, whenever you give a comment, please write your name also if you have using customer ID. So customer
Sorry,
ID,
sorry, Chaya. Next time I'll take care.
no problem. What's your name?
Chaya here, sir.
Chaya, what's is it? Is it
Chaya,
Chaya? What?
Chaya, sir. Chaya Devi.
Chaya Devi. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Saturn aspecting second house. Even my Saturn aspects second house. I am not addicted to YouTube at all. I have not watched a single video of mine that where I am present. And let me be honest, and I should not be telling it officially. I have never watched a single video of Saptarishis Astrology of YouTube. I don't even bother to watch any other YouTube channel. The maximum I'll watch is 30 seconds of somebody's YouTube channel. And that's it, it's over. Nor do I have the time or patience. Okay. For I don't have the time and patience for YouTube. And I would prefer gaining knowledge out of books, which is Mercury and Jupiter, rather than gaining knowledge from Rahu, which is YouTube. It has to give me enlightenment. See, today me and Vinayak, we are in a session with Mahendra Purohitji. Okay. And we were, the birth time, there was a difference of half an hour from the time of birth and the time of navel cord cutting. Instantly we did. Vinayak, are you there? You remember?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
There were 2-3 predictions we made. Snake was seen as soon as the birth happened. So we knew this particular planet has to be in this and this house. Then we debated and we found out where the snake was seen. So it was at the chowkhat, the border of the house. So we knew where Rahu is. It was, as such, it was depicted in the horoscope. But in both the houses, it can give snake. But when he said border, so we knew it is where. Then there were only two predictions we made, that there has to be a Shastrai person in the family. He said, yes, his Nana was Raj Jyotish, Ved Shastra person.
Ayurveda chart.
Okay. And the second prediction, which was the final thing, I said there has to be untimely death. Untimely death in his family. He said, yes, his from his mother's side, which was confirmed because the fourth house got activated. I didn't predict that. But later, of course, I saw the chart, the Lordship goes in the fourth house. Okay. He said the two children had died. Of course, I used my blank chart prediction techniques for that. And then I put in the planets. Then it was confirmed. So what the Bhrigu Jyotish of Karoi predicted, that same Lagna is confirmed. What do you do when you get a birth chart? The birth time is 12 o'clock in the midnight. And there was half an hour gap of navel cord cutting. The birth happened in a village. No doctors. I can share the horoscope with you right now. But I don't have the permission to share. Of course, I can still hide the birth details and share it. But which chart do you take? The Lagna is changing in 50 minutes. With the first Lagna, instantly I predicted 22 or 29, you will get married or something to do with profession. Something to do with relationships was my word. Okay. So he said 23, he got his job. Government job. Okay. He said 29 got married. But when the Lagna changed also, still the prediction was the same. From another method, 29 instantly. Can't waste time. Who has the time to look at a horoscope beyond 30 seconds? So this is how we do live predictions. We do, we practice. Okay. Anyways, let's get back, okay, to the thing. And of course, I get happy. I still remember that Karoi Pandit thing. Ashutosh and me were in Bikaner, and a person came to us at the hotel. He said predictions. I said, Ashutosh, I don't do predictions. For me, predictions are as useless as life can be. He said, no, do it. Now that guy has traveled in India. You name the astrologer, that guy travels and meets him. He has met billion times more people than me. I said, I don't have the time to make a chart. So I just did the press. So he's met all the top astrologers in India. All the top astrologers. I won't take his name. So I just did Prashna, made 20, 30 predictions, whatever and all that. Finally, I said, you cheated on your wife. In front of 5 people, he said yes. He had the guts. I appreciate that in him. Honesty to do that. So I said, okay, let me close down. I have enough tamasha. I've done my dance bar astrology. Okay. So I asked him, I said, you met so many people. Who predicted that? Did anybody predict? Shutosh was also there, everybody and all that. He said, nobody except you and the Bhrigu astrologer of from Rajasthan, the Karnoi, I'm forgetting the name. Very famous. Ken Rao made him famous.
Karohi.
I visited him 22, 23 years back. The only thing I found about his prediction greatness was, okay, the beauty was, if a great person comes to him, okay, his prediction increases. And when he predicts, for all the people are sitting together, when he predicts, oh, you'll have 2 marriages, all the men made happy over there. I was like, man, what is this? Of course, that's village astrology, for them, that is the life, They really, actually, they got happy. And I would think a person will feel bad, man. He has such a bad kismat, a destiny, that he's going to have 2 marriages. Means look at the expenses. They were all happy. Then I realized when I walked out, I was with Sriram Srinivas, We had all traveled in different routes from Delhi from bus and then via bullock cart sitting. And I was discussing in the rickshaw. I was telling him Nadi Ashtagvarga, and I showed him the techniques Nadi Ashtagvarga. I've never revealed it so far, you know. That's not so many years now. When I think I'm getting old, I should reveal it, you know. But I used it in 2-3 predictions, and today also in front of Vinayak I used it. Nadi Ashtagvarga and all that. So we were all bullock cart. It's all a journey, you know. When you travel like that in small villages, you feel so nice, you know, like you're going to the grassroots, yeah. You know, and then we had met the Bhrigu astrologer. But anyways, you know, when you do all this Bhrigu astrology and all that, you know, it's could maintain a lot of purity. A lot of purity. Whose chart you see, whose chart you don't. You should know whose chart to throw. And when you are into commercial astrology, you don't have that right to throw away charts. If you're doing free astrology, you can do it. Let's come back to second house, ladies and gentlemen. We have covered only 3 classics till now. Pullipalni Jyotidam says teaching or preaching. Intelligence, which house? Anybody? Everybody says 5th house. Am I right or wrong? Memory, 5th house. Right or wrong?
Sir, intelligence also 11th.
Sorry?
11th house can also denote intelligence.
It shows intelligence for Kaminagiri, earning money. Sorry to say that. A person is always intelligent when it comes to making money. हम सब धंधे वाले. 11th house is desires. You name the person, everybody's intelligence is in the 11th house. I'm sorry to say that. Okay. Sorry to say that. I'm talking about classics, beta. Okay. Very important. You should understand what people say. But here, Ullipani Rishi says, intelligence from 2nd house, knowledge of Shastras from 2nd house, not just 9th house. 9th house we take, correct? For knowledge of Shastra. Here he says, Pullipani Rishi says 2nd house. We had an idiot of a commenter on YouTube. He says that way everything is there in the 1st house, and we released the first video. I said, yes, unfortunately, the Rishis have done that. They made impossible for us to live. Please understand how a Shastra develops. You are allowed to have different opinions as per your experience. That is how Shastra develops. So the Rishis and our ancient writers are allowed. Bhavat, Ratnakar, if you read, you will find many contradictory views. Jyotisha Manjusha, if you read, or the original Jataka Naraniam, you read, you will find many contradictory. It need not be contradictory. Akhilesh Sharma, you got to give me time. I need to finish the course. Okay? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You know, and I must allow everybody to ask questions, you know, not just 2-3 people. Okay, please. I've been very patient. I hope you appreciate that. I did not say this earlier, but I've been very patient.
No, sir, it's okay.
Yeah, thank you. Beautiful point. Pullipani Rishi says, judging Navratnas, gemstones, 2nd house. Parashar Rishi says 2nd house, gemstones. Now Vinayak said about 2 planets, Moon and Venus, for gemstones. I still remember I was sitting with Anuj Behel. I do not know where he is. Way back in 2005-6. He was very active with all of us in Sanjay Rath's group, Yahoo groups and all that. It was actually PVR Nasir Rao's Yahoo group. So everybody is prescribing this stone, that stone and all that. And Anuj was a part of it. One fine day, I think 2005 or 6, I had an interview from Fiji Island. I had gone to Delhi. The directors had come to Delhi, and I was sitting. I met him over. So he showed me an horoscope. Okay. Thanks, Namichaji. So he showed me a horoscope, and I looked at the horoscope. We were discussing gemstone. And then he showed me, I said, this person will wear a gemstone, barbad ho jaye. If this man wears gemstones, he'll be finished. He said, exactly that's what happened. I said, the first important thing you need to know is a person should wear a gemstone or not. Please write it down. It's second house, second lord is afflicted, and then see the Karaka, as Vinayak said. Please be very careful in prescribing gemstones. If Rahu is attached over there in a different manner, the person will most probably wear the wrong gemstone. Especially if his third lord or third house is afflicted, he will get all wrong advices. Please write this down. Third house or 11th house afflicted, you will get wrong predictions from astrologers. ये मैं कभी नहीं बोलता हूँ.
So
और भी
third
बहुत.
and 11?
Sorry? Third and
Third and
11th.
11?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
And sir,
Bhrihad
if
Parashara. Sorry, Vinayak.
yeah, and if second house is afflicted, astrologer will do wrong predictions.
Exactly.
Okay, and the karma manifest in the 10th house.
If 9th house afflicted, person comes to you, second house afflicted, tell the person, Tata, cheerio, bye bye, come after 3 months. Nobody teaches you all these things. But in the south, this knowledge is common. But on YouTube, this knowledge is not.
So can you
Bhaga
repeat?
de aadmi ko. 9th house afflicted, bhaga do usko. 10th house afflicted, tell him to get lost. If you can't say get lost, like me, then you tell that person, come back after 3 months, recite Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Recite every day for half an hour and come back. Who has given you permission to look at a horoscope? You can't look at every dog's horoscope. God has to decide. You can't become God. Please understand this. You are in the business of understanding what God wants you to do. I give this example always. Suppose a great terrorist from some country comes and says, I want Muhurat to bomb India. You'll say, it is my dharma to give Muhurat. Of course not. Yeah. Similarly, it is your dharma not to see the charts of kuttas and kaminas of humanity. But we'll end up seeing the more of the money the person pays, you end up doing. Same happens to us. What happens with online courses? We are forced to accept people as students. Idiots you get as students, idiots. They have intelligence. Both transit and natal, both. Daman, both transited. So we are forced. What do we do? There is no other system. There's no other system. Nowadays, students form unions. It is like that. They're not here for Shastra. They're here to form gossip. I had a student from Germany. She says, I joined your course for social networking. Vinayak knows that person. They wanted to form WhatsApp group and this and that. I said, yeah, please join internet, carry a good broadband connection. Okay, there is Facebook, LinkedIn is there. So many websites are there. On social networking, यार जाओ बाकी कोर्सेस करो यार. मेरे कोर्स में तो मत आए. चप्पल मिलेंगे मेरे कोर्स में. I am brutal, absolutely brutal. I throw money at people's face. You can't buy me by giving me my fees. You come for Shastra, whatever little knowledge I have, I will teach. Simple. I will teach it to the best of my ability. So second house, second lord afflicted, be very careful wearing stones. Third house, 11th house afflicted, Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, chapter 11, shloka number 3, Parashar Rishi uses the word Upadesh. 11, so the Upadesh that you get, you want to fine tune it, an astrologer's Upadesh, 11th house. Third from this thing, 9th house. So the astrologer in Prashna should also look at 11th house. Why? For this reason. Point 1. Point 2, the Prashna has to tell you whether this meeting is going to be fruitful or not. So fruit, as per Bhuvan Deepika, is Navmansh or the 9th house. And that fruit, whether he will be able to gain out of it, is the 11th house. The Upadesh, from the Upadesh point of view. His desires, are they being fulfilled? 11th house in the Prashna. You understanding, everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Amitish is saying somewhat. Is it going bouncer or is it too basic or is it too advanced, Amitish?
No, sir, everything you are saying is very profound. We have to think about it. We
course.
understand the words, but it requires
The
reflection.
recordings and watch the recordings again and again. I'm giving just, as Akhilesh asked me, is this a free session or paid? I said, I don't know myself. I only know that when I speak, the only thing I do is I pray to God that whatever comes out of my mouth should not have that money dangling carrot in front of me. You can pay me 20,000, 50,000 for my course fees or free sessions. It will have the same knowledge. In course, of course, it is specific knowledge. Let's come back to Pullipani Rishi, okay? Or rather, let's move from Pullipani Rishi, okay?
Also, sir, Amit Chopra is written on message like third house is for Upadesh and teaching, but second house is a loss of speech, and also we call it Vak Siddhi. Okay, so both looks contradictory. Okay, so the thing is, third house is what you speak. Okay, but the second house is what that cosmic want to speak. That's why we got a Vak Siddhi. Whatever you say, that becomes true. It means you will say only those things which is planned by God. The same thing applies to ninth house also. No? Ninth house is luck. Now eighth house is what? Loss of luck, but that loss of luck is true, but that is something decided by what we call God. That is God's plan, eighth house. Ninth house is your plan. So 12th house is loss, but don't consider it always bad because there is something God has decided for you in the 12th house. Yes, sir.
Each house, people should understand, each house is something from one house and something from another house. The same house will be something else from another house. 12th house is expenses, okay? Expenses to whom? Or loss to whom? To the Lagna. Okay, ji, I'll request everybody. Okay. Now you all can unmute yourself. From 11th house of money, it is the second house. So let's not forget that. Akhilesh Sharma, very important question you asked. Okay. This is what everybody keeps on. Actually, nobody looks at it this way. But I have repeated it in so many lectures. You should visit my other lectures. Okay. See, second house is speech. Second house is speech. I have given this example so many times. Okay. Let's share a chart. This is the horoscope of a person. What do you feel? Saturn is aspecting the second house. Okay. And also the second law. So how should this person's voice be? Second house is your voice, right? Or speech. Somebody's called it speech. I do not know. Some people say third house voice. Come on, everybody. How should be the this thing of this person, voice of this person?
Should be good, sir, because the Lord is in exaltation in the fifth house
Hmm.
with Mercury. I mean, with Sun.
So, rough speech, shrill,
Sir,
what
authoritative speech.
So aggressive, authoritative, right?
authoritative, aggressive. Okay. Some people have written shrill, some people have written harsh, somebody has written cold. Correct? Now, what is the Arud of the second house? Which house is the Arud of the second house?
Third house.
Sorry,
Third house.
third house.
Third house.
Who said that? Namecha ji.
Lokesh. Lokesh.
So, Arud is how you express. Second house Arud is the third house, what we call Bhavat Bhavam. Correct? Here, moon is there. Swagrahi moon is there. Moon is young. Nightingale. When we say nightingale, the voice is like a nightingale. You know, the night, the moon, Chandra. This is the horoscope of Lata Mangeshkar. So you must understand, when you're looking at a singer, you are combining second house and also the Arud of the second house. The speech quality and how it's going to express itself. How it's going to express itself is third house. Similarly, you compare it to Michael Jackson's horoscope, you'll see it.
So this horoscope has Saraswati Yoga also.
Yes. So the point is, here she was called the nightingale. Her moon you see here, why did I point out to Amsha ruler? I'm giving something a bit high, a bit advanced. In these 60, it is in Ardra. Ardra means Lord Shiva. Ardra means tears. A voice could bring tears in people's eyes, like it did when Jawaharlal Nehru heard a voice, Ye Watan ke logo, when she sang that. Everybody quotes that famous incident of Jawaharlal Nehru crying when he heard her sing Ye Watan ke logo, some song, famous song. But how is that voice, the speech? Mercury. Where is Mercury? It's exalted. Correct, everybody?
Yes, sir.
And that Mercury is exalted. It's like the sweet 16 voice. They say our voice has never aged. That Saturn brings that little bit shrill element. Somebody used the word shrill. Background, please. That shrill element also she has that. That combined with moon gives that patlaness, the thinness to her voice. Are you understanding? So this is how we have to look at it. Now let's go further, little bit more, and then we'll call it a day, but still quite a few things left. Begging is which house? Anybody? As per Satyacharya Rishi, in Satya Jatakam, he writes begging for second house. Timidity, second house. Are you understanding, everyone, how our rishis have written such subtle points. We can't think of. Maximum we can think of begging 6,000. Correct? Yes or no, everyone? यार रात के 12 बजे है तो मेरे 12 मत बजाओ.
Yes, sir.
जागो. Cameras on.
Yes, sir. Debts
Yes,
का
sir.
6,000 होता है तो begging भी related होना चाहिए.
Correct, but he's saying second house. Already all rishis have said wealth for second house, we will say. But why is Satyacharya Rishi, who is way above Parashar Rishi talks about Satyacharya Rishi in chapter 1.
सर वाणी से मांगेंगे ना इसलिए वो सेकंड हाउस कर दिया.
So 2, 6, 10 are connected.
Maybe, but I'm saying the Rishi is thinking so much. We didn't think. Last so many years we have been doing astrology. We didn't think, right? Right. When you hear a shloka, you should say, "Wah, Rishi, wah, kya likha hai." That thing should come first. Problem is if you write something unique, like this Rishi, Satyacharya Rishi has written, if you like, write like that on Facebook, YouTube, the first thing people do, कुत्ते की तरफ खाने को, दौड़ने को, काटने को दौड़ता है. Today I said something about death during child's marriage from Garg Rishi's book. I quoted that on Facebook. I'm just quoting the shloka with the illustration I gave it. A nice gentleman, very humbly, said, "You're not given the logic." अरे ऋषि ने लॉजिक नहीं दिया तो मैं किधर से दूं यार? Garg Rishi has not given logic, so what do I do? You're blaming me for Garg Rishi's actions. So we can't be so customization. I always repeat to my relatives, the more customization you have in your life, the more likes and dislikes. Your life is going to be hell. जो कुछ दिया श्री राम ने दिया वो करके चलो तो जिंदगी बहुत आसान हो जाता. Yeah, at least maximum things accepted. Let's go further quickly. I know it's late. There are people who are in the habit of collecting valuables. Especially spouse has the habit of collecting valuables or important items. This is a parampara knowledge, KB precise knowledge. Collection of valuables or important items by spouse or lover or beloved to be seen by second house. Are you getting it? So beautiful. Parsaiji, Raj Jyotish. Then normally we take year third house. Parsaiji says ailment to year's third house. Ailment to year second house. We're talking about the second house. Any portion of the right side of the head, second house. Thyroid gland diseases, second house. Or the group of diseases that come, or the thyroid gland group, second house. Facilities and convenience as the cost of others in the family, second house. ये सब बीवी लोग के चार्ट में ऐसे ही रहेगा. At the cost of others. Second house. अपना क्या जाता है, बाजू वाला खर्चा कर रहा है, करने दो. See, second house, the attitude. फ्री में लेक्चर मिल रहे हैं, मिलने दो, अपना क्या जाता है. That attitude, nobody has written this. So beautiful, Parsaiji. We have that attitude. Somebody is spending, it's okay. People go for eating lunch or whatever. There are some people unke jeb se paisa nikalta hi nahi. The money doesn't come out. Which is considered rude manner, but they act as if nothing. Convenience at the sake of others. Selfish planets, when it's associated with the second house, this happen. Are you getting it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Another beautiful thing he writes, treaty between nations. Treaty between armies or governments, second house. Probably use it in mundane astrology. Injury to pet animal, second house. Injury to spouse, the second house. That's obvious because it is 8th from 7th. Step brother or sister related through father, second house. How beautiful. Are you seeing, guys? Unique. Am I right or wrong? Unique is not the word, is knowledge. Cameras on, please. आप लोग मस्त में सो रहे हो और मुझसे काम करवा रहे हो.
Sir,
But
could
can
you
you please
please
repeat
repeat, sir?
regarding step?
Yeah, step brothers.
I'll repeat. Sorry, I became breathless. Step brother or step sister related through father. That means from father's other wives, children. You have to see second. A person will be compromising or not. This nature, via fear of the opposite person, will compromise. This also has to be seen through second house. So when people come to you for prashna, or my fight happened between my so and so and so and so, will it happen or not? Look at second house. Are you getting it? Extracting money but dishonest means second house. All Jyotishis have this. I'm sorry to say. Extracting money by dishonest means. Injury, death, illness of paternal grandmother and maternal grandfather, second house. Anybody? Saravali किसने लिखा है? Who has written Saravali?
Satyacharya.
Kalyan Verma.
Satyacharya has written Satya Jatakam.
Kalyan Verma.
Kalyan Verma, sorry, sir.
Verma. Good, at least we have 1-2 people who know this. Otherwise, if you ask on Facebook, nobody replies. Ask a quiz. Who has written Saravali? Nobody will reply. Of course, people will Google it. I'm sorry, I'm critical. But kya karo, aajkal rehna padta hai critical. If I have to inspire others to read classics. You get free these days PDFs and all that. But read. That's the bottom line. Please tell me, servants is which house? I'll go it indirectly. किसी को पता नहीं servants is which house? कमाल है.
Sixth house.
Sixth house.
Sixth house.
Everybody says, but I repeat it every time. Brihat Parashara, Hora Shastra, chapter Shloka number 3 says third house. Parasharishi says third house. But everybody says, I follow Parashari system, but they say sixth house. It doesn't mean sixth house is wrong. It is there. But third house is also servants. Saravali says second house. Are you all understanding the beauty of Saravali? यार वाह वाह तो बोलो यार. Skin is second house. Most people take first house. Quadrupeds, most people take fourth house or sixth house. Say second house.
What's
Quadrupeds, 4-legged animals. Am I right or wrong? I can be wrong.
Chatushpad.
Correct. Selling gold or silver or any form of treasure. Some people are in the trading of it. Shambhu Ora Prakash says second house. Shambhu Ora Prakash goes further and says ability to keep one word. Ability to keep one's word. second house. ये बहुत important point है. When you are doing business with someone, his or her ability is to be seen via second house. See, these are small things you don't get. Gemstones, second house, right? Everybody, we've known that. All gemstones, second house. What about pearls?
Fourth house.
Specifically, it says second house. Prashna Tantra specifically says second house. Pearls. If you ask me the logic, there is no logic that I know of, but if you want me to create one, I can say second house Taurus, moon gets exalted over there, moon represents pearls. But I don't believe in logic, especially if it is manufactured by a human being, unless and until it is given by classics, by our rishis. Daivagna Vallava says even ruby is second house apart from pearl and silver and gold. Dress also second house. Uttar Kalamrita also dress second house, fourth house. Also Uttar Kalamrita, if I remember well, it is chapter 25 on houses. One of the most exhaustive list you can ever find on houses is Uttar Kalamrita. The only problem is so many things are intermingling here and there. I wish that guy who wrote that stupid comment on YouTube has, if he reads Uttar Kalamrita, he'll probably commit suicide. I'm sorry to say that and be harsh. But I'm tired of people with opinions, especially uneducated lots. Thoda to effort hame dalna chahiye. We all are uneducated, will remain uneducated. But if you're reading a Shastra, at least before we have an opinion. Akhilesh Sharma says, my brother has Saturn second house and always buys cheap clothes. Your brother is like me. My Saturn aspects second house. I'm least interested in clothes. I'm
Sir,
always.
Thumb rule is like this: any malefics in the second house will give negative, and any benefic will give positive result. Is that so?
That is a thumb rule for all the 12 houses.
Okay.
I do not like to wear brands. For me, it's a joke in the name of stupidity. Jeans for me is 600 rupees. Jeans is the same. For me, 4,000 rupees jeans is the same. I have worn all kinds all my life. Now, as I'm growing old, I've shifted away from brands. Akhilesh Sharma, he buys from streets. I'm so happy. I wish I could do that. At
See,
least those people get some income.
Sir, the
People
other day you were wearing an Adidas t-shirt.
Sorry?
The other day you were wearing an Adidas t-shirt.
Adidas t-shirt. I'm forced to buy all that thanks to my wife and my child. Rascals. मेरा पैसा कमाते हैं और कुछ नहीं. At this age, if you're still, because I'm not that old, but I'm still old. Okay, I'm 50 now, or I will finish 50. Okay. At this age, if I can't realize that no amount of makeup can hide who I am, no amount of brands can make me somebody else, then I'm looking at the mirror and I'm still stuck in that mirror, tell me who's the real person, who's the most beautiful of all. I can't be an idiot at this stage of life. Or at least after learning astrology, thoda bahut to seekhna chahiye. Doesn't matter. Of course, yes, it is a problem. I stopped wearing shoes now. It is a problem when you go out to big restaurants or etc. and all that. I still wear anything and I go here. And my kids and my wife have a problem. I said, it's okay. You have a problem, don't come out with me or don't invite me here. I wear anything, absolutely anything. It truly doesn't matter. I'm not. Yes, if you're young, you need to do makeup. You need to take selfies, Sometimes I tell to all my relatives, Do you know, by the way, since I've seen the rich and the famous and the very, very famous, like film stars, I said, do you know, by the way, the amount of selfies you take in a day, okay, or the amount of time you look at your own photograph every day in your mobile, even film stars don't do that. Yes, it is shocking. When you don't have something in life, you're obsessed with it. When you've seen it, done it all, when it comes to money, fame, sex, whatever area of life, when you've done it all, it doesn't matter. It's like eating gulab jamun. You've eaten it so many times, it truly doesn't matter. It's no longer that goodie. Let's come back to Daivagna Vallabha. Buying and selling, second house, good for stock markets. Courage. Okay, this is a bit contradictory, so I'll not go there. Lineage, second house. People take only ninth house. It's wrong. You got to see second house also. Like today I saw a chart and I said, so-and-so planet, so-and-so Rashi. I said, in your lineage, there has to be a Shastra guy. Okay, or somebody very, very distinct connected with religious or institutions. He said, yes. Was a Raj, Ayurved, or whatever. When Vinayak was with me and Mahendra Purohitji was with me. Horse is second house. Can you imagine how beautiful this is? Bhuvan Deepak. Bhuvan Deepak says horse second house. Normally we'll take sixth house, right? All animals, etc. and all that. Yes, guys. Vehicles is fourth house. Vehicles is fourth house. Everybody will agree.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bhuvan Deepak says second house also. The great astrologer, late astrologer of Michael Jackson for 20 years was Chakrapani Ulal. He gave highest of importance to Bhuvan Deepak, a very small book available, which says Navmansh is the fruit, essence of your horoscope. Can you imagine? It goes on to say road related works and funds are also seen from this house. Happiness also, it says second house. Charity, second house. Can you imagine? Normally we'll say charity 12th house, correct? Jataka Bharanam says charity, second house. Normally we will say quick wit to be seen from the fifth house. A person is quick witted, correct? Second house. Jataka Bharanam says second house. Normally we'll take fifth house. Do you like Jatak Bharanam now, everybody?
Yes,
A
sir.
person's ideology, his way of thinking will normally go by fifth house. Jataka Bharanam says second house. Now come on, nails are which house? Third house? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Third house.
Uttara Kalamrita of the great Kalidasa. Second house is second house. Uttar Kalamrita goes on to say artificial products, second house. Which is the karaka for artificial products? Anybody?
Venus.
Artificial.
Rahu.
It has to be combination of two planets at least. I feel so. I can be wrong. What is Vinayakji's opinion on this?
Rahu.
Yes, sir. You asking something?
Yes.
So Rahu and Mars.
Artificial products kisse dekhe? Which planets will determine it? 1 or 2, 3 planets.
Artificial, generally Mars or Rahu. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not very sure, but yes, Mars and Rahu can be possible. Within Prashna, we'll use it.
Rahu Venus. Who said Rahu Venus makeup products? Very nice. Very nice. Who said that? Nikita. Nikita has directly messaged me. Nikita posted to groups also. Everybody. Posted to groups. So everybody loves. Devansh has written a question. I really don't know the answer for that, honestly. Now, do you all remember, I think a year or two back on Facebook, I had posted a technique about corn. Neeraj was supposed to collect all the answers and make a video out of it. He never did it. Or if he did it, I don't know. You know? Do you all remember that technique about corn? बहुत बढ़िया technique था. It's a beautiful technique. Anyway, can corn be seen in any of the 12 houses? Our answer is obviously no. Am I right or wrong? Guys, khul ke bolo yaar.
Yes, sir.
Corn, out of all the food products, here is segregation. Uttar Kalabrita says second house. Can you believe that? Neighbor, we normally take as third house. Uttar Kalabrita says second house. Going on time to some place, arriving at some place at a time. Normally we'll say 6th house of discipline or Saturn, correct? Uttar Kalamrita says second house. Anyway, it is 12:30 in the night, almost 10 minutes or 5 minutes to 12. Who has asked this question? Apna naam to batao, please. What if one benefic and malefic planet is in the second house? Come on, voice now and talk, everybody. Yeah.
I asked that, sir. Like one malefic, one benefic is there in the second house. What will be the result?
You tell me, Arup. Now, just I'm saying now put on the Jyotish hat. Okay. You have Mahatma Gandhi and you have the local gangster in one house. What's going to happen?
So whichever plant has the strength, according to that.
Or let's assume in that one house there are 2 rooms. Or in the same room, on the left side, Mahatma Gandhi is sitting and you have the local gangster sitting. So both will give their results. So there will be conflict, the basic fundamental. There will be conflict between the karakas of that house. I am always in conflict. Should I earn money or not? Why the more money you earn, the more income tax you have to pay. More you have to work hard. Then you have to keep up. Every year the same bank balance you have to keep up. Your desires increase. That's 2-way. One malefic, one benefic in the same house. Any other question before we wind up? Aditi Gupta, exaltation, deviation. This is not the second house. Our course is second house. Sorry, Ji. I
So
need to be focused. Only on what we have
No,
learned
sir.
today.
I was talking about the malefic and benefic in one house. Both, if there is one malefic and
Repeat.
one benefic.
Your voice broke. Please repeat. Hello.
Yes, sir. I couldn't hear you, sir. Sorry.
Repeat. Yeah, repeat, please. What
Sir,
is
I
the
was
question?
not talking about the karka of the second house. I was talking about the question that he asked, that whether one malefic and one benefic is in the same house. Then their strength will depend upon which planet is exalted and which is debilitated.
No, he is not talking about exaltation and debilitation. He is talking about one malefic, one benefic.
Yes, sir.
So it can be, say, Jupiter and Saturn or Jupiter and Rahu. He is not
Yes.
talking about exaltation or debilitation.
Okay, sir.
Devans Pandey has asked a very nice question. Why actually called second house as Maraka since it's mostly benefit? Who said second house is benefit? All the signification that you've seen in the second house, whether it's wealth, family, okay, speech, all of these are very conducive for all kinds of negative events in your life. If a person does not have voice, 99% of karma is not doing. Our speech only is the problem. Most of the time we are very malefic in our speech. Critical, criticism, harsh. Ask our children and spouses and employees, or our best friends, or worst enemies, or our neighbors. Family, always, most of the times malefic. They only suck you up. Or others suck blood out of you. Maraka houses is because second and seventh are 12th from 8th and third house of longevity, death. That's what normally people give explanations. I have a different opinion regarding it, which need not be mentioned here today. Ladies and gentlemen,
So one
time.
question. So one question. So like you said, we could take a second house for neighbors. So mostly we took third house. So what we have to use?
On your experience, please remember, you will find Gemini Rishi, Parashar Rishi giving different views for children. Karaka is different. Some people take Jupiter as Karaka for children. Some people take Ketu. Very high level I'm talking about. Gemini, Parashar, this, that. You have to see what suits you best. What your experience tells you, and the Shastra allows you to do that. Unfortunately, the Shastra called social media does not allow you to do that. But our original Shastra allows you to have diverse opinion, allows you to practice what you want. And that's how these classics have diverse opinions. So my truth, my experience need not be your truth, your experience. Are you getting it?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ideally, I would take third house because it's right next to the fourth house.
Yes, sir.
I would take left side neighbors as third house, right side neighbors as fifth house.
Okay. Okay.
If I am standing in the fourth house,
Mm-hmm.
I can take either thing, that is facing inside the chart.
Okay, sir.
Damesha ideally it will be both Vak Siddhi and Mantra Siddhi. Why? His question, let me repeat it, is the second lord, second house, and Mercury is aspected by Jupiter, gives native ability of Vak Siddhi or Mantra Siddhi. Okay. Second house is Vak Siddhi, fifth house is Mantra Siddhi, but the result, the karma of the fifth house is second house. So it's both. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if Arup and Akhilesh and Aditi and Dipti don't have further questions, I would like to go have my dinner. It's 12:30 in the night. I don't think so I'm capable enough to speak now with a clear mind. All right. Thank you so much. A question Seema Jangid has asked. I'm not done research on it. On total loss of speech, I'm not done that. Obviously, malefics and other. But please understand, so many classics give so many combinations. So many combinations. You got to keep on repeating them, reading same book. Each chapter you read 3 times. That's the way to learn. Read it 3 times, make notes, go through over the notes. My unfortunate problem is I feel a spirit is living in my house. And Vinayak can say, probably Vinayak might agree to that. Because each and every book I keep on ordering from the bookshop 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Because my house, books keep on disappearing. So my notes keep on disappearing. It should not be the case with you all. Make systematic notes. Absolutely systematic notes. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, Gautamji. Yes.
I think so again you ordered 10,000 rupees books from the Notion Press. That same book we have sent you already 2-3 times.
One last question, can I ask it? I mean, I found it in most of the chart for mostly the Libra Lagna. Even though if second house, there will be a Mars seated at Scorpio, there will be a chances of, I mean, the children will not get to speak, or either there will be a speech problem there. So, and I found very specifically to that particular Libra, and I didn't got it like, even if it is of own house, the Mars is sitting, but it still is giving the problem of the speech.
You need to read
Why this? I mean,
by S.K. Mehta. Reading the title. You can just Google. We wrote series of S.K. Mehta was a forgotten, not even forgotten, undiscovered this thing. When I wrote the articles today, a complete generation, nearly 2 generations of astrologers have read S.K. Mehta only because of the article published in Saptarishis Astrology 14-15 years back. The title of the article series was Guaranteed Astrologer Series. You know, so he has written in his book, I'm forgetting the title of it. He was a legendary astrologer in Delhi and a great friend of my mentor since many decades. He has given a way by which he says a planet in so and so house will spoil the Jeev Karaka element or the Ajeev Karaka. I would request you to explore that and it will answer your question. Second, when it comes to planets, Swagrahi and exalted, last lecture in BNN also, Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, I said, please don't go via the dictum. I like to forget many a times planet in own house, exaltation, debilitation, friendship, friend's house, enemy's house, I don't take. I feel all planets in all houses give all the results combined, enemy, friendship, exalted, debilitate. I give the example of Jupiter exalted in 10th house. People will think excellent career. No, it will always extract something out. Jupiter exalted in 7th house. Marriage life pathetic in many cases. You look at Sri Ram's horoscope, Jupiter exalted in Lagna, looking at 7th house of marriage, 5th house of children, 9th house of father. What happened in these areas? Mahapurush Yoga Jupiter.
Yes.
So please, I mean, you have to understand there are very deeper layers to it. Okay, deeper layers to it. I've seen Jupiter in the 10th house of a relative or 7th house in a relative's chart. Absolutely pathetic. बाप को बेच देगा, गुरु को बेच देगा. I've seen it happen in front of me. Today he's suffering, that's another issue. But I've seen all this happen. That was Jupiter Mars in the 7th house, if I remember. So, thing is, any planet retrograde in the 7th house, na Aditi, forget just Jupiter. I have seen any planet retrograde in the 7th house.
So
Only
from
but
personal experience, sir, I've seen Jupiter retrograde in 7th house will destroy the person, sir. From every level, spiritual, mental, marital, every level it destroys, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir. I have
closely
also
observed.
seen. I have also seen the examples.
It will create suicidal tendencies in the person out of nowhere.
for the spouse.
Yes, for the spouse, as well as it will create the same sort of feelings for the native as well.
Retrograde planet. It is very karmic. Very, very karmic. You know, extremely karmic.
So much, sir.
We all have family life. Yeah. And I have to get up tomorrow, drop kid. 5 o'clock, I have to get up anyhow and drop kid. Now, again, it will take me 2 hours to sleep. Minimum 2 hours to sleep. But it's not that. I am ready to answer still. But I am saying now, after a certain stage of doing so much of astrology, now you all should contemplate on what you read. Now, what should be your next step? Take a break of 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Go back if your family life is not getting disturbed. Go back to the notes that you made. Sleep with it. Get up in the morning, just freshen up, read the same notes of tonight, and go to your work. That is how you need to learn. Smart learning. Are you all getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good night,
Fully
sir.
with the
Thank you,
third
sir.
house.
Good night, sir.
Ram Ram, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night,